Uh, the following diagram represents an abstract data type for a linked list. The free list is as follows. Explain how a node containing data value B is added. Explain how a node containing data value B is added to the list in alphabetical sequence. So this is, first we have to check if the free list has a node available, and it is not. Check free list if it is not pointing to null. And if it is pointing to null, it means that we don't have any space. Okay. Report error if free list is null. All right. Then we have to look for the space exactly where we enter B. So we will stop here at A. Reach to the node in linked list before the insertion point. So we stopped here because B will be added after A. Okay. Save free list address to temp1. Make free list point to next node in free list. So free list will now be pointing to this. Okay, so free list now will be pointing to this. Add B2 temp1 location. Holding node. So we added B to it. Save A's pointer to temp2. Redirect A's pointer to temp1. So A now will be pointing to this. Redirect B's pointer to temp2. So now B will be pointing to C. So that is how you can add the whole thing. All right. Describe how the linked list in part A may be implemented using variable and arrays. How it can be saved as, how it can be, describe how the linked list in part A may be implemented using variables and arrays. Okay. Now, we will create one, two 1D arrays by the name linked list data and linked list pointer. Okay. So if it is A, C, what are A, C, D, E, A, C, D, E, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A will be pointing to 2, 2 will be pointing to 3, 3 will be pointing to 4, 4 will be pointing to null, which is 0. Okay, and then we need by the name linked list data and linked list pointer. Okay, and we will create two variables to denote start pointers for the linked list and pointer. So we have linked list start, which is 1, and we have free list start and free list, sorry, and free list. And free list is equal to 5. So now you can see that it is starting from here and it is here. So that is how. So describe how the linked list in part A may be implemented using variables and arrays. So we will create two arrays for the data and pointer, and one corresponding element at the same index in both array will be treated as one node. So this will be character data type and this will be integer data type. So A and these two are like this. So this is basically A here and this is the pointer. So this pointer is pointing to 2, 2 is pointing to 3, 3 is pointing to 4, 4 is pointing to null. Okay. And then we need two pointers to point to the first element of array, which is either a linked list or the free list. That is how it will be done. Question number 7. A program is needed to take a string containing a full name and produce a new string of initials. Some words in the full name will be ignored. For example, the, and, of, for, to, many, ignored. Each letter of the abbreviated string must be uppercase. For example, integrated development environment will be IDE, the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The and for, since they are in here, will be ignored and it will be ASCII. The programmer has decided to use global variable fn string of type string to store the full name. It is assumed that words in the full name string are separated by a single space character. Like here, we have got just one space after every character, every word. Space characters will not occur at the beginning or at the end, so there will be no leading or trailing spaces. The full name string contains at least yes, sorry. The full name string contains at least one word. Okay, so we have got get start, get word. So we have to write the code for get start called with and it returns. So it is a function. So function get start Function get start called with an integer as parameter representing the number of word in the fn string. So get start with word number as integer and returns the character start position. Okay, so returns integer returns -1 if that word does not exist. For example, if first name string contains hot and cold, get 3, it returns 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it tells that the number of word that you require, where it actually starts from in the index of characters in a string. So if my name is Zafar Ali Khan, and if it is called with 2, so Ali is the second word, which is starting from 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it returns that way. So now fn string, remember, it says that it is a global variable, so we don't have to declare or receive it. All right. So what we have to do, we have to count words. So declare, we have to actually so that we could read every single character. And then we have to have word number that we will count ourselves. And then we will declare this character, which we will use to read a single character. Okay, so our idea will be that we will be actually reading every character. As soon as there is a space, we will increase the word number. As soon as we have word number which is equal to the word number that is being received, then we will return it. Okay, and then let's have a flag found if that word is found. So this is character, this is Boolean, this is integer. All right, so let's initialize them. I is equal to 0, word number is equal to 1, because there is at least one word that they say. This character is equal to null and found is equal to false. Okay. All right. So first we have to check if they want, if word number is equal to 1, then return 1. If they want first character, first word will always be starting from the first character. So then return 1. All right. Else for I is equal to 1 to length of fn string, which is basically a global variable, so we don't have to actually accept it as a parameter. Okay, this character is equal to mid of fn string I comma 1. If this character is equal to space, then word number is equal to word number plus 1. If the word number that we have calculated is now equal to word number that is in the parameter, then return I plus 1. The next character will be the next word's first character. And if next I. Okay, and if. Now let's say you have not returned 1, or you have not returned anything over here since the length is ended and this word number is never equal to the word number that is received in the parameter. In that case, we will return -1, that we could not find it. And this is AND function. All right. Okay, so that is how it will work. You get good marks for it, 7. The programmer has decided to use a global 10 element 1D array ignore list. Global global 10 elements 1D array ignore list of type string to store the ignored words. Unused elements contain the empty string and may occur anywhere in the array. A new module add word is needed. Add word called with parameter representing a word. Okay. It returns something, so it is basically write a detailed description of the algorithm for add word. Do not include pseudocode. All right. So the programmer has decided to use the global 10D 1D 10 elements 1D array ignored list of the type string to store the ignored words. Unused elements will be empty. Okay, Edward called with the parameter representing a word stores the word in an unused element of the ignored list array and return true. Return false if the array was already full, or if the word was already in the array. Write a detailed statement. Okay, we will first check if all 10 elements are full. We return false. Otherwise, we will check for the existence of received word in parameter that if it is already found. We return false. Else we move to next array index and add word in parameter to array, we return true. Okay. We will first check if all 10 elements are full, we return false. Otherwise, we will check for the existence of receive word in parameter, that if it is already found in the array, we return false. Else we move to the next array index and add word in the parameter to array. We return true. Okay. All right. As a reminder, the module description of get word is repeated. Get word called with the parameter representing the position of the first character of a word in FN string. Remember that the code that we wrote was to find the start of the character. Then we, with that start of the character thing, we now go and call get word to get the character. Okay. Now, call with parameter representing the position of the first character of a word in FN string. Return the word from FN string. For example, if an FN string contains the string hot and cold, get word 9 returns cold, means the whatever the position. So now this is a function which is called get word. It is called with the character position as integer, and it returns a string. Okay, it returns a string. Hold on for a moment. Okay, now we have to get that word. Okay, for I is equal to position to length of fn string, fn string my word, let's pick up a character. This character is equal to mid of fn string I comma 1. If this character is not equal to space, then my word is equal to my word merged with this character. Else exit for. And if next. Once you get out, you will return my word. Now, what will happen if they say, let's in hot and cold, they asked you to start with, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will start from 4 to length of a string. So you pick one character A, it is not a space, so it is added to my word. So my word become A. Then you pick up next character, which is N. This is not a space, so my word will become A N. You pick up next character, that is D, so it is not space, so it will be added to my word and my word will become A N D. You pick up next character, it is a space, so it exits for, and my word, which is now A and D, will be returned. Okay. Now we have to declare I as integer and initialize it to 0. Declare my word as a string. Declare this character as character. And end function. All right. Now, so that's about it. Finally, we finished this paper. So we started off around 12, and this is with all the discussions, with all the deviations and solutions. We finished this paper before 2 hours. Yes, it was a complicated one, but it is not that complicated. If you are good with programming and you have got good grip over your logic, you have done proper practice. All right. So that's about it.